Hey, Shabbat Shalom, one and all. Thank you again for joining me today. Appreciate you tuning in to me, and hope I don't disappoint. Today I'm going to do a little biography on a man named Jacob O. Meyer, who was a minister, a 20th century minister, and yesterday I did one on A.B. Traina. Please check that video out. His also name's Angelo Traina. But anyways, I'm going to do one on Jacob O. Meyer here. And first off, I just want to say I used to watch his telecast on YouTube. It's still on there. It's Sacred Names telecast, and I do watch a segment here and there still when it pops up or if it comes to mind. But anyways, I want to just want to share some information about him and show you what a fine man he was. Anyways, he was born November 11th, 1934. Unfortunately, passed away April 9th, 2010. Mr. Meyer was a founder, president, and directing elder of the Assemblies of Yahweh. Jacob was also a farmer, broadcaster, translator, preacher, counselor, and writer, and considered by the Assemblies of Yahweh to be a scholar and spiritual leader. He taught classes at, I guess it's Dalet or Dalet School and Obadiah School of the Bible, as well as pioneering and editing 2 monthly magazines. One was called The Narrow Way, and the other was The Sacred Name Broadcaster. He was instrumental in uniting the worship of Yahweh into one cohesive group doctrinally, and was known for coining the terms Messianic and spiritual Israelis for its adherents. The Assemblies of Yahweh does distance itself from the Sacred Name movement, which is interesting. And I might have as I read down through here, I might have a reason for that. Because I looked it up, I couldn't find a reason why the group distanced himself from the Sacred Name movement. But I think I might have a clue, but don't quote me. It's just a suspicion. Anyways, I'm continuing. Meyer was born in Bethel, Berks County, Pennsylvania. He grew up in a conservative, religious Pennsylvania Dutch family and was active in his local Anabaptist congregation. Meyer studied at the Evangelical Congregational School of Theology, now the Evangelical Seminary in Myerstown, Pennsylvania. He attended theological college, conducted meetings, and coordinated biblical classes at the institutes he attended. Mr. Meyer later attended Dropsy University in Philadelphia and Johns Hopkins University in Baltimore. Jacob first learned about the sacred name in the late 1950s and taught by an ordained minister of a prominent denomination during a course in biblical studies. He decided to herald these truths to the world, refusing to keep the sacred name hidden among the Hebrew-speaking scholars. Their efforts, meaning he and his wife, to find a sacred names organization was unsuccessful. He stumbled across some sacred name groups, but believed their teachings contained doctrinal errors. Meyer helped to publish the Sacred Name Herald, after which returned to Bethel in 1964. It was in 1965 when, following a radio message, that Meyer was asked to begin an assembly-type organization, to which Meyer agreed. If it be Yahweh's will, he said. At this point, 30-year-old Meyer was anointed with oil, and the Assemblies of Yahweh emerged. Meyer points out that this age was the time when priests were installed to do the work of Yahweh in the Hebrew Scriptures. Elder Meyer met Ruth Meyer on the first day of high school. Both Jacob and Ruth have always had an interest in the Bible, but that interest grew after they got married. with the knowledge of the sacred names in 1962 and the importance of keeping the commandments. Ruth was also a driving force in the faith and organization. Today, she is the head deaconess for the assemblies. Anyways, Meyer became a full-time minister in 1970. He freely counseled numerous people day or night. You could call him up day or night. He'd come by and counsel, help out the best he could. He performed weddings, funerals, and baptisms wherever. Meyer visited the sick and the sick people and people in prison. As a farmer, he gave away free food to the needy. So his own food, his own crops. If people come up hungry, if he knew about it, he'd give them some food. He also authored numerous books and translated the Bible, which is called the Sacred Scriptures Bethel Edition. He did many missionary works around the world in his lifetime. His main teaching consisted of commandment keeping, spirituality, faith, love, prophecy, petty. Meyer also taught the assemblies to learn and then recite the Shema 3 times a day. Today his ministry is ran by his faithful children. So he had his had the congregation recite the Shema of Deuteronomy 6:4, chapter 6, verse 4, and that's basically all I have right there for that. But I do have his translation here, his Bible, the Bible that he translated right here. I got this online pretty cheap. It's kind of hard to find, but I did get it. It's a Bethel edition, and I thumbed through it here and there, and the lettering is little, but I can still read if I have the proper lighting, and studied through it, and I looked through it, and I noticed something here. I noticed some missing verses out of here, and I tried to look up why they were missing, tried to dig that up, and couldn't find no explanation. But the missing verses are, okay, the first one's Mark chapter 9 verses 44-46, Luke chapter 23 verse 17, and then the book of Acts chapter 15 verse 34. They're missing, and I'm not sure if there's any more missing. I didn't catch any more, but on the verses they got like a number here, of course, verse 2 or verse 3, but the ones I saw over here, it skipped from, let's just say it skipped from in Acts chapter 15 verse 34, the missing verse. It'd go from 33 to 35, and besides that, if they weren't missing, this book still is a pretty good translation, except that, like I said, the printing, the font or whatever it's real little, and I got to kind of squint and have good lighting to actually study it and read it. But and all in all, it's a good translation. And if you're interested in, if you collect Bibles, this could be another one if you could find one online. But like I said, it was kind of hard for me to find one. I found this on I believe it was eBay. I believe it was. Yeah, I couldn't find it on Amazon or any of the bookstores, but eBay. I got it off of eBay and several months ago. But like I said, I collect Bibles and everything, and interested, and I just study them, look at them, and stuff like that. But anyways, thank you again for joining me and listening to me rant on about biographies. I'm just kind of like that, interested, and I just want to, share the information I get with you guys. And you can comment below, let me know what you think about Jacob O. Meyer. Just tell me some stories about him, or if you've watched his telecast or anything like that, or if you even have one of his Bibles. I'd love to hear from you. And that's all I have to say right now. Thank you guys for joining me, and please subscribe and give me a big thumbs up and hit that notification bell. I have more stuff coming, like always. So until we meet again, brothers and sisters, peace out and shalom.